What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, and we back with another one. Alright, battle rap fans. We got 2 battle rap events so far. Give it up for the ladies. We got Chrome 23, Cancel Christmas, and we got Queen of the Ring, Panic Room 7. So, I'm doing the recap with y'all. Panic Room 7 happened last night. Chrome 23 was on Friday. I'm going to go ahead and go through Panic Room 7 because that's fresh in my mind. So we start out with the undercard. You know, a couple no names, not too interested in this. We had Mallory X and Rock Lee. Let me just say this. Queen of the Ring. When did the production get so bad? Like, I remember back in the day we had Queen of the Ring, you know, they was in the hood or whatever the case may be, but, you know, you had good camera angles, good mics. You know, you didn't have half the issues that they had. And the stream was terrible, man. The stream was super choppy, especially when it first started. You could barely hear anything. You had to go in and out of caffeine. So I don't know what that's about, but Remy got a leg up or 2 or 3 on y'all with that. Right off the bat. But anyway, from what I heard, you know, it was Rock Lee versus Mallory X that kind of went the way I thought it would go. I had Rock Lee getting it 2-1. She just a little more, you know, poised and comfortable, and she just kind of knows what to do a little more. Mallory X, she can rap, but she just gotta, you know, she just gotta get in the lab and figure some stuff out. That's how I feel about her. The next battle were some no names. I'm so sorry, y'all. If y'all would have stepped it up, if y'all would have went crazy in there, you know what I'm saying? I would have known who you are, but I forgot about y'all. It was a 1-rounder, super choppy, bunch of choking and missed places and all this stuff. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't even know why Queen of the Ring did that shit, y'all. Like, they need to bring the sparring session back or something if they want to showcase new talent. Now, there was another, it wasn't too, I remember one girl name was Frank Nitty, and the other girl was from Texas. I don't remember, oh, it was Big Ice or something like that. That was the girl name. Big Ice started rapping. You know, the crowd wasn't too friendly with her, but she was solid. She had bars. You know, she had a nice pen. She was poised. She got through her material clean. She had some decent material. Then Frank Nitty goes. I really like Frank Nitty's voice, her delivery. She also has bars, she can punch. But Frank Nitty gets to like half a round and she chokes. And not only did she choke, she's like, you know, she's embarrassed or whatever, but she was like super like out of her body. Like, she just gets so mad and so upset. She's like, oh man, the fuck, oh, and then the battle's over, long story short, and she's like, oh, I want to get out of here, I don't want to do this, I'm tight, blah 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 blah. So it just wasn't a good showing. But I would like to give her maybe a second chance if she can get stuff like that together, because her voice and her bars and everything is really good for battle rap. It is. So I don't know if it's a memory thing. You just never know. That ring was messing up some people tonight. Yesterday. That ring is different. And plus they had the mic issues and they had this, that, and the third. Anything could happen. Anything could be a distraction. You just never know, man. But anyway, the Big Ice girl won. You know, shout out to her. She's from Texas. Look out for her in the future. Next battle, you had J Love versus Torture. This kind of started off to be a toss-up for me in the prediction, but I think I predicted Torture to win. And I feel like the battle kind of went the way I thought it would. Torture, she's very comfortable up there. She has bars. She had a lot more bars than I remember her having. That's what took me by surprise. I knew she had bars, but it's like she stepped it up even more. Like her return was very good. You know, just poise and comfortability that she had was impressive. She moving around, she performing, and let me tell you something. This Queen of the Ring crowd, they did not help none of these battles. The crowd was just like, y'all, I don't understand, y'all paid y'all money on a return of Queen of the Ring. Y'all just came to just stand there. Like, y'all gotta be new fans to Battle Rap and Queen of the Ring, because I don't know. The crowd was very distracting. Like I said, the camera angles was bad. They wasn't like in the rapper's face and giving them angles like they usually do. Like, the camera was on the wrong side of the damn ring, if you ask me. It just wasn't a traditional Queen of the Ring. Like, there was no nostalgia in the ring. I don't know how it was being there, but shit, it seemed like being there was no nostalgia either, because the crowd was tripping. But anyway, back to the battle. I think I had Torture up the first 2 rounds. I think J Love edged it out in the third. I don't know. I seen J Love do better. I think she just wasn't. She didn't prepare enough for Torture. Not like she was like choking or anything like that, but she just didn't seem like she didn't bring her A game for Torture. Next battle, I think that was a Shay-Rack and Tia S. I was in and out this battle, to be honest. I only heard like the last 2 rounds, and from what I heard, from what I like, I edged Tia the last 2 rounds. Shay-Rack kind of came in like it's like she was in like a joking bag, and she was in it way too long for me. Like, she should have brought some more bars. All the fat jokes and stuff is like, okay, you can do that type of stuff unless you're like a comedian and you're like, everything you say is like hilarious, like gonna have people in stitches, which, you know, she got some laughs in there, not saying that, but battle rap, we come for bars for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen Shay-Rack get a lot more busy than that. I've seen her with her like a Tony Blanco battle. It's like a whole different Shay-Rack. So I edged Tia the second and third. What I will say is, I don't know why Tia was standing up there with her hand in her pocket. I don't understand that part, but okay. You had Shuni versus Casey. This is hard for me to say, because it's not like a bias thing, it's like a preference thing. Casey J, she really got to work on her breath control. The breath control, and I don't like the growling either. It's very distracting from a lot of her bars. Like, whoever told her that was okay to perform like that, they did her a great disservice, in my opinion. Every time she's rapping, it's like, I'm like, damn, girl, you might want to get on a treadmill or something. I don't know. Like, if you smoke a lot of weed, you might want to chill on that. But you got to get it together there. That shit is just aggravating. And all the growling in the middle of a bar that's not even that crazy. Your craziest bars is like, those are ones you huffing and puffing through, and then you growling through the light shit. I'm like, so it's like, maybe to be fair, I need to just watch this again and try to tune that part out. Because I feel like she really was rapping. Shuni was up there. You know, Shuni, the people, Shuni is loved by Queen of the Ring. She's a legend up there. Shuni had some solid material. She had some pauses in between her material, like she was trying to whatever, get it together somehow. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate too much. People probably going to say she was trying not to choke. But the crazy part is, I prefer Shuni's pauses to all that growling and huffing and puffing Casey does. It's not nearly as distracting as that. So for that reason, I kind of edge this battle to Shuni 2-1. I feel like she really took off in that third, and she probably edged the first. This is off the first watch, though. That was also battle of the night, in my opinion. The last battle, 40 Bars versus Coffee Brown. Now, this battle was supposed to happen last year. Didn't happen. 40 no-showed the battle for whatever personal reason the thing she had going on. So we here a year later. So I'm considering that going into this battle for Coffee and 40. All right. So first round, 40 goes. It's just bars. Like, you know 40 do. Every line, every single line is some form of attack, some form of setup, some scheme, wordplay, something. Like, you have to really pay attention to her. Coffee's round was just not what I expected. It was seeming really basic in comparison to 40's material. Second round, you know, that's 40's personal round. She says something about her baby daddy was gay and she killed him, and that's why she mad about her 40's fan base, because it just reminded her of the guy that didn't want her and she killed and all this other stuff. Like, it was a crazy personal round with bars. Coffee, that's the thing about battling the 40 bars, besides the fact that she can just bar your face off. She's had a lot of battles, so a lot of stuff like has been said before. So Coffee coming in there, I thought she was gonna do different. I really did. Coffee coming in there with the whole homeless thing, you smash daylight, well, they got this new grandma thing they saying, or whatever the case may be. It just wasn't. And she tried to criticize the way 40 raps, but I'm just thinking, you can't do that when you're rapping super simplistic, like, and you're being like a baby twerk up there. Like, I didn't get what she was going for. I'm just like, that's ineffective to me. Like, I've heard that stuff a trillion times. Like, I don't, like, find something else to say. That's what I felt like. So I felt like 40 might have edged the first, got the second, and she clearly got the third. Coffee's third was just, that's the thing about Coffee. Like, people have her on this run, whatever the case may be. Her impact when she's rapping is just not memorable to me. It's not memorable. It's just kind of like, okay, she won or she lost or whatever, but she doesn't have as the moments is what she's missing. So that's how I had it, man. I had 40 with the 3-0. The pen level was just different. Okay, so let's just run through this Chrome 23 card real quick. 4 battles, nice and easy. And I will say this. I am starting to think, the more and more I watch battle rap, I'm starting to think any kind of stage is just not a good idea. I'm starting to think battle rap belongs in a small room. Because with just 4 battles, this event was like twice as better than the Queen of the Ring card. And this event wasn't even all that great. First battle, you had Taz versus Shice Raw. If you ever seen me on this channel before and I spoke about Shice Raw, it's always the same thing. I never heard of Shice Raw winning the battle. Never. So this was no different. She did step her pen game up. I will say that she did step her pen game up, but Taz was just giving us more of what we wanted to hear bar-wise. So shout out to Taz. That was a 30 ball, which I kind of knew it was going to be. You know, hopefully she gets better. She's not like super duper nice, but she's good enough to beat Shice Raw 30, which is not saying much. Okay, now QB versus E Hart. And I've seen predictions for this, and I thought people was high on drugs, drunk, something was wrong with them. I never in a trillion years in my mind would ever have QB beating the E Hart. Like, and it went exactly the way I thought. QB was, you know, yelling and doing her disrespect, shock value stuff. And E Hart was just bombing on her with bars every round. E Hart was just showing superiority. Like, she was punishing QB up there. That was a clear 30. Like, I don't know what round you would have gave QB. She had some funny jokes. She's always going to have something funny to say. That's what she does. But bar-wise, Hart blew her away. Like, it wasn't close. Hart had the performance of the night also. I want to note people that stuck out. Hart had the performance of the night. This was possibly also battle of the night. The next battle, C3 versus Charlie Clips. Now, we have been talking about Clips, how he's been fucking up and fucking around and doing all the extra dumb shit and not coming prepared and freestyling every round. So my thought was, I took a gamble. I said, you know what? Clips is due for one. He's due for outstanding performance. And this was probably it. Now, don't get me wrong. C3 was up there doing what C3 does. She was fighting. She had bars. She was scheming. She was doing everything she needed to do. But she's not anywhere near as effective as Charlie Clips. Clips is just captivating. He's electrifying. He just has a cheat code, special power, whatever you want to call it, man. And it's just undeniable. And it's like, he's just talented. Not to take away from C3, she really tried her best, but I really feel like Clips edged every round. He was rebuttaling everything that was happening. He still freestyled. He rebutted C3's girlfriend, rebutted C3's, you know, you don't get no pussy, you're the only one in battle with no kids, blah, 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 blah. He even rebutted that. He's like, Remy thought I wasn't coming because I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital because my child was being born. Like, Clips, man, when he is on one, he is just invincible. He's like Mario with the gold star. Like, it just doesn't matter what you throw at him. So I had Clips with the 3-0. C3 was kind of, I don't know. C3, one thing I would say about her is you need to not look defeated. You need to not say things that make you sound or do things that make you look defeated. I'll say that. Because you could just tell. Now the next battle. This battle, I won't say it went the way I thought it was going to go, but it did answer the question I had, which was, what were these two going to say to each other? Jazz versus Big K. And that was the struggle this whole battle for me. Big K struggled on what he was going to say to Jazz, and Jazz struggled on what she was going to say to Big K. Big K, okay, no. Jazz went the first round. She lost the coin toss. And let me say this. The gas for Jazz is more than any other female battler. Like, they went berserk as soon as she said, y'all remember how I does this? She had the crowd from there. She had some good material, but it was just like, wow, clearly y'all here for Jazz. Like, every line, every breath she took, everything was getting crazy reaction. Big K goes, he has a solid round, but they are just not trying to give him nothing. They're not trying to give him nothing. He's punching back to back. You know, it's solid. It's not stellar. It's not. Don't get that twisted. I did edge Jazz that first round, but I even got to watch that again because that gas for Jazz was crazy. I knew they was going to cheer for her, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. Second round, this is where we have like a decline for Jazz. She actually kind of choked in this round. Yeah, she definitely took almost a 10-second pause in her round. She lost her footing, lost her place in something. And it was kind of like, it was kind of like, and she brought that scroll out again. I think that was a big mistake. I guess she figured since it worked for Twerk, well, you don't even know if it worked for Twerk because there was barely anybody there. So, I mean, it worked, but it was just like, she did, these are all the people you blocked. It just didn't hit the same like it did the first time. It just didn't. I wish she wouldn't have did that. That was kind of like filler because you just did it. Like, hopefully she doesn't do that again. Like, hopefully ain't nobody telling her like that's your prop there. Like, do that. Like, no. And Big K, this is the round where he's like punching her head off. Like, he's going crazy on her. The crowd is starting to warm up to him a little bit, because he's also taking these kind of semi-cringy angles of he'll beat a girl ass, and you know, girls are useless, and y'all had Remy in the red. That's why I had to leave the blue room. That was fire. I remember that. That was fire. So I got K getting that round pretty clear. The third round, you know, I don't know what's up with Jazz. I think it might just be fatigue. Because it's not like the crowd don't love her, but she had a couple stumbles in this round. You know, noticeable. Big K did have a stumble, I think, in the second, but he really, like, you would even, he could have he wasn't able to play it off per se, but it wasn't half as bad as what Jazz did. Jazz did a complete choke, in my opinion, probably a lot of people's opinion. It was just too long of a pause. Yeah. Big K goes, no, this was Jazz started the third. I ain't gonna lie, I don't even remember anything from her third. I think her third was just super light, man. It's like she wrote down this battle. Her first was definitely her best round. Her third was just like, it's not memorable. It's not memorable. I don't mind watching this battle one more time. I don't think it's gonna change my opinion. Big K has some more bars. He has some jokes. He had the back-to-back punches style versus Jazz can be kind of slow to the punch sometimes, and you just gotta give credit where it's due. He just had more. So I gave Big K the battle 2-1. All right, so that's how the weekend is going so far. Yeah, I'm starting to think like, battle they just belong in a small room. It's crazy. Queen of the Ring probably had twice the amount of battles as Chrome 23, and Chrome 23 was probably twice as bad, 2 times better than Queen of the Ring. It is what it is, man. All right, I guess we'll see what happens today. Y'all getting a whole lot of my money to be having these subpar events, battle rap. I'm just saying. All right, man. Y'all can tell me what y'all think in the comments. I'm out.